New Pure Strike rackets from Babolat, the 4th generations in the house, and in today's video I will take a closer look at the quality control of the frames. And good thing is they are brand new, they are unstrung, so I can test the unstrung specs. And I have here the 300-gram version with the 16x19 string pattern and the highly expected 305-gram version with also the 16x19 string pattern. So guys, let's dive into it. And also I need to add something. You will also see, of course, a strung quality control, let's say, so we know the swing weight. So guys, that will be all in this video. Stay tuned for more.
5, 4, 30, 15, just kept replaying that point over and 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 over again.
So I will begin with the Pure Strike 100, obviously the 300-gram racket. So I need to remove all these from the frame, and we just have the pure frame, Pure Strike frame. So the frame is really nice. It's a little bit, let's say, it's matte, but it's not something like with the head speeds, not the rubberized texture, not at all. It's just a standard frame. I like it a lot more compared to the rubbery feel, and the rackets just look fantastic. It has this pearl, let's say, pearl shading on it. God damn it, why is it always so difficult to remove this? So I'm really anticipating these rackets because I think that the Pure Strikes, the previous generation, I believe the 2020 gen, was just fantastic. It was so good. It was actually almost too good. It really players stick with surgical control, surgical precision. I really like the stiffer feel. I don't mind stiffer rackets. And it was also, I believe, it was one of my first reviews for the Sportega store. And I remember that really well. I played on the center court in our biggest club in the České Budějovice, in the Czech Republic, Budweis, and I had such a blast. I was like, wow, I can be very precise with those rackets. So precision, power, spin, everything was there. The rackets were super demanding at the end of the day, but I really enjoyed that, and I'm quite surprised that not more players are using it. Maybe that the rackets are really unforgiving for most people. They really push you into your absolute limits, and if you are not in the zone, then they will treat you like, hey man, what you're doing? You think I will help you? No, help yourself. Help yourself. Learn tennis better. So yeah, that's really something you need to count when you are buying the Pure Strike. So we will have to see whether this new update, oh, this feels great. So it's a smaller grip, actually. It's the grip 2, size 2, so 4 1/4. Once again, this feels just, you just want to hit with the racket when you have it in your hand. You are just like, oh come on, let's go on the court. Specific head shape, quite thin beam. It's not that round, let's say. The beam looks a little bit, it is like a boxed beam in combination with a round beam. So nice details, everything on the frame feels really premium. I think that this might be for the very first time or for a long time. I just watched the racket and I'm like, okay, this is something that Yonex can come up with, I mean, in the details and all the stuff. So on the frame and everything looks great. There is nothing wrong with paint, or there's no flaw, no mistake. It just looks just fantastic, great. I like it a lot. But enough talking. Oh, I need to remove the rubber thing. That's something that the rackets are always coming with. So this rubber that is holding the grip and the position in the throat weights, just wait for it, guys. Come on. Weights, really 3 grams? 2 grams. I will just make a photo for you so you know exactly what I'm talking about. Focus. 2 grams. And now, so we have the naked frame. What a beautiful frame it is. 300 grams. Let's see if it is 300. Good. Better than with the MP version of the head speed. So this is actually 301.93. So 302. Really good. Just 2 gram difference. 302 gram. Now the balance should be 325. Where are the specs? They are here inside the frame. No, 320. So 320 balance. Let's check it out. Before I do it, one question for you guys. Someone explain me that. Someone help me out. That's something that I will probably shoot a separate video about. So all these rackets, when you buy this racket, this particular model, should be 300 gram. But the difference can be in the grip size, right? So you can usually buy grip size for these performance racket from, I believe, from 1 to 5 in the European jargon, let's say. So when I buy this one, this is the grip size number 2, 4 and 1/4. And then I buy a bigger grip size, and still the racket should have the same weight. So what do they do with the handle? What do they do with the frame? Are there changes in the layout and inside of the racket? Just, you know, when you have a smaller grip, of course there is less material, there is the less base. So they fill just the frame a little bit more with the graphite, or how it is done. I don't really know this. So maybe it's just that the construction of the grip is just a little bit different. But where is the material when you have a smaller grip? Right? Where is the material? Because then when you buy a racket with the biggest grip, with the grip size 4 or 5, then it's really beefier. And how they maintain the overall weight, how they actually maintain also the balance, which is super important, how it is done. Because it is not possible that you just have the same frame and you are making the grip, the handle bigger, and nothing changes. Of course it must change the balance when you have more bigger material there. So that's just my question for you. And now back to the balance board. So 320. What do we have? Okay. Looks good. It's a little bit lower. It's a little bit lower. It looks like 319 or 318. 319 or 318. I would say it's even, yeah, probably 318. So I will write down 318. Not bad, just 2 millimeters. So 2 gram more in the weight and 318 in the balance. So 2 millimeters lower. Now the unstrung swing weight. We know from the speed 2020 head speed 2024 quality control test, where I have measured the strings for a 100 square inch head size 16 by 19, that those strings were, the swing weight for them was 29, let's say. So just the, or the difference between the swing weight was, it was actually about 29 points. So we can then kind of count the swing weight with strings, but of course you will see that later with the strings. So it really is accurate. So now unstrung. I believe, I'm not watching, guys. I'm not watching. I don't know what's going on there. I'm doing this for the first time, but I think this can be 287, 286. Come on. Yeah, good assessment. So 286. So 286 unstrung. And according to, why am I writing 289? Oh, the 6 is just turned upside down. So 286, and 286, let's say plus 29, and you get, god damn it, math, my weak point. So that's 5, 1, 3. So really, so according to my assessment with strings, this 100 version 16 by 19 should be around 315 with strings. So pretty nice, maneuverable, fast, super fast racket. But you will see that later, the strung swing weight in the video. So just wait for it. Let's move to the heavier version. So we have the heavier version, and just now I'm just removing the, the cover. We can see Team, Dominic Team is there, then Annette Contavate is there, and of course Cameron Nori are the stars of the new Pure Strikes. And when I'm just removing this cover, I will just talk a little bit also about the technology. So if you don't know it, the technology is a little bit stripped down in this version compared to that. So let me just read it for you. So in the 100 version, we have the NF2 Tech, SFSWX Pure Feel, FSE control and control frame technology. In this heavier version, which should be the player's stick, let's say, there is present the NF2 Tech, the FSE control and the control frame technology, but what is missing is the SWX Pure Feel. That's the, let's say, dampening mechanism, that's the dampening system. And I believe it was developed by a company called SMAG. It was before this version or this generation. I think it was developed also for the Pure Aero series. But with this heavier version, there is not this type of dampening that should enhance sound and feel. So this racket will definitely feel more hardcore, more let's say straightforward, more crisp, let's say. You can also expect maybe harsher vibrations, and it should be a more, let's say, more of a raw experience. So, and I think that's good, that's a good move. I'm just looking at the frame, if everything is okay with it. Yeah, it looks really good. So, yeah, nice frame, all the details, everything, the grommets, not a problem on the paint, just really a fantastic paint job, and yeah, everything is nice, really nice. I like it a lot. It's just so optimistic, this type of design, you know, the blue, the pearl white, yeah, the strike here. It has this almost a 3D effect when you touch it. You a little bit feel the strike name that's popping out of the frame, and yeah, it's a very nice. And there you can see that this version has in the frame is written demo, not for sale. So maybe this can be a perfect, let's say, match if it is a demo. So maybe Babolat took time and really brought the best of the best. Let's say we picked up the best frame. Just we know that it's exactly 305 gram, but we will see that in a minute. So I will also remove this plastic or this rubber band that holds the grip. I will also measure it once again so we can see if it is 2 gram. Yeah, once again 2 gram. Exactly, nothing really changed there. And now here we have it. Point. So 305. Let's do this. $302.5. So 2.5 gram below. Is this a big issue? Not really. Actually, I would say that for most people it's always better that you get a little bit underspec racket. You can always tweak it back. So 302.5 gram. Nothing really dramatic, I believe. Now let's put it on the balance board. So 320. So it's the same balance like with the 100 version. And you can also see the difference in the grip color. With the 100 version it's white. Actually I like the white more, right? White grip is always better than the black grip actually, from the sticky, so let's see, sticky point of view. I'm always using the white over grips over the black ones, because the white seems to be more sticky and they feel a little bit better. I don't really mind if they get dirty. So 320 should be 320 once again, and it looks like it's a little bit more. Come on, go back to your position. Right here. So this is a little bit more. So the 100 version was a little bit was balanced more into the hand. This one is balanced more to the head. So it's almost, I would say almost 325. Really? Almost 325. I would say this is 324. So it's 4 millimeters over the, let's say, desired balance, but still in the limit. I'm always saying that 5 millimeter difference at max is okay. Anything that goes above 5 millimeters, I believe, is a little bit of concern. Now the swing weight. I will just guess it one more time for this. So, if the 100 version was 286, I believe this one can be 290, 292, let's say 292. I'm a little bit, wow, it's way more. I forgot that it's the 98 version and it's always beefed up. So 301, woo, god damn it, I was wrong, I was so wrong. So I forgot it, that the 98 of the Pure Strike was always a beast. And yeah, interesting is that on the frame you can see that there is written Pure Strike 16 by 19, not a Pure Strike 98, right? That's interesting. There is, on the other frame is written Pure Strike 100, but not the 16 by 19. There is the Pure Strike and 16 by 19. So we all know that there will be also the other version with the 18 by 20. So 301 unstrung, and this can add, or the strings can add to the 301 about, once again, 30 swing weight points. So strung can be 331, so around 331, like the Speed Pro racket. So yeah, I believe that's the, let's say, ultimate player's stick, this version. And now I will measure the rackets with strings with a 1.25 polyester string. So guys, stay tuned for the real swing weight.
You know, it's good for the sport, like that rivalry. Like, I'm Nick Kyrgios and I'm a rival to Rafa Nadal. How? Like, how's that possible?
One day later, I'm back from the stringer who brought me the Pure Strikes strung with. I know exactly that the version 100 has been strung with the new Babolat X-Alt string. It is called X-Alt, made in France. Yeah, the X-Alt 1.3 millimeters. So this is a super premium multi-filament, which is not cheap. It's, you know, it's an expensive multi-filament, but I like it. It plays really well. It's soft, yet it kind of feels kind of, you know, responsive, a little bit stiffer, crisper. It is almost like the, I would say, the Technifiber Tri-X. So it should be also more durable, yet comfortable. So for people with, let's say, some tennis elbow issues, or for juniors, for advanced juniors who want a little bit more feel, free power and more gentle approach to the hand. And now let's measure the swing weight with the, not the weight, not the balance, just the swing weight for this time. And I need to calibrate the machine, or I need to show it to you that it's perfectly calibrated, right? So there is this rod that was given to me with this Dunlop swing weight machine. I will put it there, and it says 200. So when the number is 200 there, it is correctly calibrated. 200. So guys, the machine is okay, it works. And now the swing weight for the version 100, which is 16 by 19, is, according to Tennis Warehouse, 324. Really? It doesn't feel like that. It actually feels lower, once again. So I would say I'm saying 316. I don't know why, just this number popped in my head. 316. 312, it is even lower, guys, so it is even lower. Once again, the controversy with the high swing weight on Tennis Warehouse website continues. I don't know what these guys are measuring there in the US. Because in Europe, in the Czech Republic, we have almost always rackets with a lower swing weight. And this is quite a big difference, right? 12 points? You can feel that, definitely. So now, going back into the view. So the Pure Strike, 98, 16 by 19, strung with my beloved and nowadays used Dunlop explosive spin 1.25. Super stiff, super control oriented, super spin oriented. It's really a stiff string, guys. If you try this string, it will break your nails. You know, my stringer hates this string. It's the string when I'm giving him to the string a racket, he's like, God damn it, you ruined my day. That's really how the string is super stiff, and when you bend the string it doesn't move, it just stays where you bend the string. You bend the string and it's like a steel, steel string. So according to Tennis Warehouse, this puppy should be 330 swing weight, 330. Really? I know that the pop from this racket is bigger, the balls just fly, the penetration, you can somehow sense and feel the mass of the ball more. 330. Okay. I would say 320, 326, just my opinion. But I will be probably wrong in this case. 328, correction, 328, just a little bit higher. 328. Oopsie daisy. What the heck? Wow, 336. I did not expect that. So, sorry Tennis Warehouse, not always your numbers are higher. Now this puppy has some higher swing weight than your Pure Strikes in the US. So 336. Yeah, that's a racket that you can really do some damage with. And once again, I need to say this: when I was testing these rackets, the switch from the 100 version to this 98 16 by 19 was just like a jump into a different realm, different version of tennis. It's great. I love it. I love this setup. The ball flies great. The pop is great. Spin is not really there in the Pure Strikes. You just need to hit more flat with these rackets. But the spacing is so. The spacing of the strings, of the main string, is so far from the frame at the beginning on the side that the center is really filled with those strings. It almost, when you look at it, it almost feels like it's 18 by 20. So that's why this version is so good. It's precise, it's surgical, it's very, very control oriented, and I like that you can swing it very hard, very fast, and the ball just stays in the court. So I like this version very much. So guys, to sum up the Pure Strike quality control test, I have here these numbers. So the Pure Strike 316 by 19, the weight the unstrung weight. Okay, I have the unstrung numbers. So 305 grams, so just a 2 gram difference. Okay, great. Balance 318 should be 320. That's also okay. Oh, 320, really? Yep, 320, so just 2 gram difference, 2 millimeters difference. And the swing weight should be 324, but it is just 312 in this case. So maybe the swing weight should be higher, but that's the only, let's say, negative in this quality control test. Otherwise, this racket is really made well. So thumbs up, let's say, for the version 100. And the version 305, 16 by 19. So unstrung, it should be 305. I measured 302.5, so just 2.5 gram lower weight. The balance should be also 320. And I measured 324, so there is this extra 4 millimeters more to the head. And that translates into the astonishing swing weight, 336. 6 points higher than the numbers on Tennis Warehouse. And once again, did I felt that actually during the swing? Actually not, because the aerodynamics and how the racket really swings, the head speed is just fantastic. You can't compare it to any other racket. It's super fast, and if you look at the shape of the head, it's like, you know, it's like here is more flat and here is more flat, and here is like, you know, the shape is a little bit different compared to the oval head shapes that are kind of wide, go wider here a little bit, but this one is like flatter here and it goes more into the top here and there. So that's why the head actually has lower resistance over the air, because you just don't go with a wider head frame against the air. So that's why this racket is so aerodynamic. And even when you hit like more flat, when you don't really spin, when you don't do this kind of shot, and you play the, let's say, the horizontal style of tennis, so you just hit it like this, and you don't play the modern vertical style like this. This racket is fast, the head speed is like super fast. It's just amazing. So guys, I'm really liking the Pure Strike. I believe it's a great update. It's the Pure Strike that more people will like than the previous one, which was, I would say, it was not that, first of all, not that comfortable, and also the feel wasn't, I would say, that pure or that natural. Now I can say that the feel with this racket is more with today's standard, let's say. So you just feel a little bit more from these rackets now, and the comfort is just a little bit better, but you need to count with the higher stiffness with these rackets, but that's really what we want from the Pure Strike, right? So it was always like this, so you get the power and you get the control from these rackets in one package. So guys, as always, I'm at the end of this quality control test for the new Pure Strikes, the 4th generation, 2024 version. And if you want to support my channel, you can do it by 3 things. You can do 3 things. You can support me by clicking the super thanks button, you can buy me a coffee, and you can support me via PayPal. And through all these 3 platforms you can ask me a question. And if you ask me a question, I'm here to answer the question as best as I can, because when you give some love to me, I'm obliged to give some love back to you, and I will do it very in a very high detail, let's say. So guys, thank you so much for watching, thank you so much for your comments, for your constant support, and as always, enjoy tennis, play tennis, watch tennis, and don't forget to enjoy the manooovrlbity. Bye guys. Pure Strike. Domi. Team. With left-handed it feels so weird. Right.
You can't be serious, man. You cannot be serious! That ball was on the line!